Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's just get into the video. I just came back from my urgent care. I had to get a prescription refilled, and I ran into a physician friend of mine who I've known for about 3 years now, and I just walked in the house and I wanted to do this video for him. So excuse me. I said in a couple videos back that we haven't seen the peak of this yet in LA County or California for that matter. And I got some really tough news. We have our families at home. We have our healthcare family. If you're in the, if you work in the healthcare industry. And I just found out that both of his brothers who work in both New Jersey and New York have both succumbed to COVID-19. This morning, as a matter of fact. And I was quite shocked to hear that and to see that hurt. This is a physician, this is a healthcare provider. I'm a former first responder, and I'm still very much involved in the healthcare field. And we have seen things that people shouldn't see in their lifetimes, especially being a first responder or working in an urgent care. People come in pretty banged up. An emergency room even worse. And I've worked in both, and I've been out in the field. But this is hitting home, and I check my apps every day, and I still see Uber and Lyft on the passenger apps just loaded with cars. And I don't know why. I mean, I understand we're considered, an essential necessity for people to get around. But I did a video a little over a week ago where I refused to take non-essential rides. I told you I was deactivated for it. I sent in a very strongly and I sent in a very strongly worded and very articulated response to their investigation, and I did a follow-up video where it said, I was reactivated. And you know what? It doesn't matter, because what I had to deal with tonight was heartbreaking, and it hit a chord. And if you think that just because you're healthy or you're taking all the proper precautions, it doesn't matter. This virus, coronavirus, COVID-19, all the things that you don't want to say on YouTube, it's non-discriminatory. It doesn't have borders. It doesn't discriminate whether you're Caucasian, African American, Asian, Indian, whether you live in a $2 million home, $10 million home, or whether you're homeless. It's vicious, and it is still taking lives. And I said a couple times that after May 15th, when they're supposed to start undoing some of the stay-at-home orders, I stated that I didn't believe that was going to be it, and I thought that it was probably going to be extended, and I still believe that to this day. I just wanted to make this video to get people's attention, and I have a very small channel, so I'm hoping some of the other big YouTubers, Dustin is Driving, Chris at Real Rideshare Stories, Uberman Tampa, Dave the Uber Slave, Dark Road Run, Driver Sensei, Rideshare Professor, and the list just goes on and on. Go Donnie COM, Rideshare Lisa. If you really want to try something different and you need to get out there and work and you've exhausted trying to get unemployment or federal assistance or grants that everyone's putting the videos out on, you can always try food delivery. Are you still at risk? Yes, but you're minimizing that risk, quite significantly versus picking up people, especially picking up people that are taking those non-essential rides from their house to a friend's house. You know, unless people are going to a hospital, a grocery store. I said in my reactivated video that as rideshare drivers, we do have the right to ask our passengers where they're going. And if it's a non-essential ride, don't take it. It's not worth the risk. I would... I'm sorry, it's not worth the risk. Hearing what I heard tonight from a very good friend of mine is heart-wrenching. And, these are people that are out there to help us, and their lives were taken for doing a job and doing what they have a passion for, which is helping other people. And that's what really got me into medicine and being a first responder and working in emergency rooms and urgent cares and being the first one to go running lights and sirens to a car crash or what have you. And it just tears your insides apart when you hear that somebody, a good friend or a colleague has not only lost one, but two family members on the same day to this virus. And I wish the aforementioned YouTubers would do a video on something other than all the benefits that we should be trying to get, and really stand firm and say, look, yes, the benefits are out there, and I truly appreciate the time and effort and research that they've all put in to try to make things easier. But when you hear that someone has passed away from this and they're very close to you and they're part of your family, whether it's your home family or your health, your medical family, or your racing family, whatever you want to call it, it really changes things. It really kind of just rattles your cage and says, wake the fuck up. It's time to stop. And I'm pleading with drivers in LA County, and I'm pleading with the bigger YouTubers to try to get the message out to drivers that we are not through this yet. And if we haven't even hit the peak, then your risk as a driver is going to continue to get higher. And I don't want to... I'm tired of talking to friends in the healthcare industry and hearing about all the deaths that they've seen because of this. And tonight I just went to get basically an inhaler refill, and I found out that a very good physician friend of mine had just lost both of his brothers, and I don't know where else to go with it. So for the for the small amount of viewers that I have on my channel, share this on YouTube, share it on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Get the word out. Drivers, you need to stop driving for a while. Again, I don't believe that this is close to its peak yet. And every day you're out there, your chance of getting this illness gets higher. And your risk of not surviving it nobody knows. Again, you can be in great health, and it can still it can it can still take your life. And none of these multi-billion-dollar companies are doing jack shit for drivers, Lyft or Uber. I watched a video today where drivers in LA County are getting 400 and some odd dollars for 2 weeks if you contract COVID-19. You can make that when things were normal in a day or two. And now that's what you get for 2 weeks. And then you get deactivated. And good luck getting reactivated once you've gone through this, if you make it through it. So I wish I could get this out to everybody, and I wish drivers could understand that what you're risking is your life. And you do have the right to refuse non-essential rides, and I am begging all of the big YouTubers that hopefully will see this to hopefully get that audience and pass it around and just get drivers to stay home. It's not worth it. Dr. I don't want to say his name. My prayers and the prayers of my family go out to yours. And as his rideshare drivers, it's really not worth the risk to take somebody 3 or 4 miles. Lyft or Uber, don't care, you're expendable. And if you get this COVID-19, that may just be the ultimate thing that gets you to stop driving, because it may find you expendable. So Dr. Masari, again, my prayers and my family feel your loss, and we wish you the strength and the time you need to deal with not just losing one but 2 family members, for putting their lives on the line to help others. Drivers, don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution, and stay home. Just stay home. Be safe. Be professional. Keep it real. Stay home. Don't become a statistic, because that's the only thing you're going to be at this point. And be safe.